So, how is everybody doing today? Good. Hopefully, everybody's doing well. So, today is a great day, right? So, we get to talk about expanding and creating our life by design. Today, what I want to talk about is the mind, right? Our conscious and our ego mind. And basically, you know, how we get to create and why do we have these, what we call just these negative patterns, right? We ever consider that? You know, think about this, right? Have you ever wondered, you know, why do I have to deliberately train my mind to think of good stuff? Why can't my mind just naturally think of the good stuff I want? Right? We have to kind of like push and deliberately and discipline our minds, right? To focus on what we want or to create good stuff in our mind. So why does our mind, use these negative things? Well, here's the answer. I'm going to show you something very, very powerful, how your mind works. Okay. So here's what happens. The reason your mind always wants to put forth the worst or the things that don't make sense to you, the things that you don't want, is because your mind is primarily designed to play victim. That's right, it all goes down to victim. If you think about it, your mind gives you illusions. The things that you see in your mind about the negative patterns, the negative thoughts, the things that you don't want, all those are illusions. You see, the thing about your mind is this: it must play the victim role, because the victim role will solidify or accept the story. The mind wants to feel like it doesn't have responsibility. This is why your mind will always make you think of the worst, because it wants you to get into that sense of, oh, I feel sorry for myself. It's somebody else's fault. It's that fault. What that does, guys, when you become a victim, you take your power away. It means you exited the present moment and now you're in control of your mind. Let me show you how deep this goes, because this is very important. Many people, what happens is this: they get used to playing the victim role that they lose track of what they want. Let me give you an example. So if people struggling maybe financially, relationship wise, and their story is this: man, it never works out for me, I can't make enough money, this is not working. And then they tell it to somebody else, and that person now says, yeah, I feel for you, I'm sorry, it's so tough to understand that. Now they feel good, they feel solidified, they become a victim. It's like, yes, thank God it's not only me, I'm not the one doing this, to somebody else. But what they fail to understand is this: the issue is still there. What they want, they still don't get. All they get is the gratification of being a victim. See that? It's very powerful. Now, why that's so dangerous is because of this. Your mind will keep you in that trance. You'll actually lose sight of what you truly want, and you'll only focus on becoming victim. When you're a victim, you cannot create. Victim takes your power away. You are now led by your mind. That's why your mind goes with thinking the worst first, because that victim role has been bombarded into our heads and our minds from when we were a child. That became our dominant thought pattern. So if you want to change your life right now, decide not to become a victim. Don't play the victim role. If you're a victim, you cannot create. Remember this: your intuition can only occur in the present moment. Intuition is silent strength. You can't get intuition when you're a victim, or when you're in the mind, or when you're in your story. See, the thing, there's something even more important about this I want you to keep in mind. Check this out now. Do you notice that your mind doesn't really care about you being happy, right? All it cares about is being a victim. Because if it cared about you being happy or you achieving your goals, it wouldn't want to make you a sob story. It wouldn't want to make you play this victim role. So the core component, let's get deep though. So why does the mind play the victim role? What's the deeper thing going on here with our mind? Well, the deeper thing is this: the mind wants control. That's it. It wants to control you. And playing the victim is the best way to keep you control, to keep you in the loop. Why does it want control? For its survival. It fears its dismay, its dismantled, it will die. So your mind plays victim to distract you, to keep you in the past, keep you in the future, just to keep you from doing the things you want to do. Look, we see this every day, people's lives. We all probably know someone that they say the same thing for years and years. Yeah, I'm going to go do this, I'm going to go do that. 5 years later, hey, what happened? This stopped me, man. I was going to do my goal, I was going to achieve it, but always something blocking, always something stopping me. What they don't understand is on the unconscious level, they are creating the obstacles to prove that victim mentality. Remember how your mind works. Your mind filters your reality based on what you expect. Doesn't matter good or bad. So if you keep playing a victim, your reality will give you the tools to solidify becoming a victim. In other words, playing a victim, your reality must become victim reality. That means everything must happen to prove to you that you're a victim. What does a victim do? Victim takes you out of the game. You're missing your purpose. You're missing creating. You're missing taking the risk to get you what you want. You're missing creating. So now, this is what I want you guys to get here. Remember this. Whenever you get these negative thoughts or these worst things or your mind showing you, always remember they're illusions. The mind only wants to see what it wants to see, and what it wants to see will always be some type of victim mentality, some type of role where you are not responsible. That's what your mind loves. It loves to put the responsibility on someone else, so it's not our fault. When it's not your fault, you feel good. You feel like, oh man, yes, I'm not responsible. But what you fail to understand is, guys, we are somewhat responsible for what we create because it is our vibration. Remember, vibration is an effect of the energy we put out. That effect becomes our reality. Remember now, a cause is a law. An effect cannot be a law. So the cause of it would be what? The victim mentality which we portray, and now we send it off as the effect of a vibration which now resonates and becomes our reality. So how can you get over being a victim? How can you deliberately or create your reality the way you want to do it? All right, here's the secret. 1, become aware. Okay, my mind is playing the victim. Number 2, know why for control. Number 3, take deliberate action now and do not be a victim. How do you not be a victim? It's very simple. Be aware to yourself that I'm no longer going to be a victim. I'm now going to focus on what I want. That's the secret. The next thing about your mind is this, and here's the next secret your mind does to you. It gives you the illusion to make you think you're not in control. That's right. Your mind makes you believe that you can't control it. It controls you. How does it do that again? Goes back to victim. When you become a victim, you give up control. You're relying on your mind. That's what it wants. So for individuals who out there are struggling with creating what they want in their life or to make things come in, that's the first thing you have to get. You have to get your conscious mind to be aligned with what you want. That's by not playing victim role. See how it works? Good. So there are some great tips for you to help you now to master your reality and become a true creator. Got it? All right, guys. Talk.